Hi everyone, you're welcome once again to quantitative class this morning. I am Modupe Olainka, and in quantitative class today we'll be talking about combination of symbols and the unknown. Combination of symbols and the unknown. That's the unknown we have here. Combination of symbols and the unknown is what we'll be talking about in today's class. You can see this one, we don't know. That's why we have the question mark symbols, and we have symbols, combination of symbols and the unknown. Now I want you to pay close attention to the class. In quantitative and math class, I always tell you to get your writing materials ready, because you'll be doing some calculations alongside with me so that you understand what I am explaining. So please get your writing materials, get your notepad, get your books and your Bible, and let us go. Now at the end of this class, you should be able to discover what unknown figures are. In some questions, you'll be able to look critically at the question and figure out the unknown figure in that question. Now you should also be able to work with that unknown figure in that you figure out. You should be able to know where to add it, where to subtract it, where to divide, and where to multiply. Then you should be able to study sample very well and answer questions on symbols and on the unknown. You should be able to study a question very well and know that, wow, there's an unknown figure in this question, and let's try and figure out that unknown figure, and then you should be able to figure out the unknown figure and then be able to answer the question and get the correct answers clearly. Now let's quickly go to how to work with the unknown. How do we work with the unknown? You don't know what is the figure that is unknown. You don't know what is there. So you need to pay close attention and think. When you go to quantitative class, you know it has to do with reasoning. It has to do with how we can think critically and how to reason out some things. So in today's class, I want to work with your thinking faculty. I want to work with your reasoning. I want you to be able to think very well and reason out a lot of things. When solving questions in quantitative reasoning, there are some unknown figures that will either be added or subtracted to the given figure before the working can be done. Don't forget, if you don't get the unknown figure out, you might not be able to work out the question. You just be there struggling and you don't get the correct answer. Why? Because you have not been able to get that unknown figure that is hidden in the question. So the first thing you must know is be able to do that. How do I figure out the unknown figure? And then you should also be able to know the symbols as well. What are this unknown figure that I am looking for? Am I going to subtract it? Am I going to add it? Am I going to multiply it? Am I going to divide it? What am I going to do with this unknown figure? You should be able to know what to do. That's the symbol. That's where the symbol comes in. You should be able to know what to do with the unknown figure. So is it additional? Is it subtraction? Is it division? And is it multiplication? So it has to do with any of those symbols I have mentioned above. Now we have some work examples here. I have done some workings for you so that when you see any questions later, you'll be able to work it by yourself. Symbols will expect us to add or subtract the unknown, then divide or multiply. So when you see symbols, you will expect us to either add or subtract, and then when you don't know that, the next step is either to multiply or divide. Now I have a question here. It said 5v2. Now the first thing is we begin to wonder, what does this symbol stand for? What does it stand for? Then, if you now try to figure out what it stands for, is it plus? Is it minus? Is it multiplication? Is it division? You begin to find out. When you now look at it, okay, there should be an unknown figure there. Because if I look at it and I say 5 plus 2 will not give me 3. 5 minus 2 may give me 3. But in this particular question, there's an unknown figure. So it's not as direct as 5 minus 2 equal to 3. It's not direct as that, because there's an unknown figure there. So what do? You add 1 to the first number and then divide it by the second number. Add 1 to the first number. So that's 5 plus 1, which is here. 5 plus 1. That 1 is the unknown number. Unknown number. Okay? That 1 is the unknown number. So you add 1, which is the unknown number, to the first figure, we get your 6. Then you divide your 6 by 2. So you say 5 plus 1 equals to 6. 6 divided by 2 equals to 3. That's where you get your 3 as your answer. Did you get that? Are you very sure you were able to get what I just did now? I got my unknown figure, which is what? What is my unknown figure? 1. I got my unknown figure, which is 1, and now added it to the first figure, and then I divided this by the next figure that was given to me, and I got my correct answer. Now let me see another worked example, because I want to do a lot of worked example for you so that you will not have any issues when it comes to your class activity or your assignments. Now another example I have here, it says 11v4 equal 3. Don't forget, we always have an unknown figure. Now what do? You add 1 to the first number, just like we did in the first example. Add 1 to the first number, so you say 11 plus 1 will give you 12. What the next thing you do? Divide it by the second number. So this is second number 4. So you say 12 divided by 4. 4 here, 1. 4 and 12 is 3. So your answer is 3. That's why you got 3 here. Are you still with me? Do you get it to this level that I am? Are you sure you're coming along with me? Okay, that's very good. Now let's go to another work example. This time around, I have 7v4 equal 4. How do we do it? Can somebody try and work it for me without looking at the slide? Are you working? Okay, let me cover my slide and see. Maybe somebody is working. Okay, the question is, let me show you the question again. 7v2 equal 4. 7v2 equal 4. How do we get it? How do we get our answer? Has anybody gotten the answer? Wow. Yeah, let's go. This is the working. You had 7 to the first, you had 1 to the first figure. That's 7 plus 1. That 1 is your unknown. Then you get your 8, then you divide by 2. You get your 4. So you say 8 divided by 2 will give you 4. That's why you got 4 here. Is this very simple? Good. Now let's go to the second method. That first method is very, very simple. Now let's go to another method I'm going to show you. It's still, our unknown is still 1. Our unknown figure is what? Still 1. Don't forget, some cases your unknown figure might be 2. So don't just zero your mind and say, okay, every unknown figure is always 1. No. So that means what do you have to do? You have to pay attention and study the question very well and know what the unknown figure is. But the thing is, you must know that the question has an unknown figure. The moment the question has an unknown figure, then you can now begin to use different methods to find out what the unknown figure is and how to go about it. Now this is the second method. The second method says that add 1 to the second number. Add 1 to the second number. This second method has 2 ways. It has 2 ways. Okay, please go and come along with me. The second method has 2 ways. The first thing is that you add 1 to the second number. You know, the first method we did, we had 1 to the first number. But in this second method, we had 1 to the what? Second number, then multiply by the first number. It's just as if we are using the reverse of the first method. The reverse of the first method. That means we are going as if we are using the opposite of the first method. Now, the second method, the second number is what we're going to add 1 to. Then multiply by the first number. So we have 5v2. So 2 is the second number. So you add 1 to 2. So we have 5v2 is, you now say 5v2 plus 1. 2 plus 1 will give you what? It will give you 3. So you now say 5 times 3. This v is standing as multiplication. Don't forget, in my first slide I told you that this v can stand as, is it plus, minus, multiplication or division. So we have seen that our v is standing as multiplication. Now we say 5 times 2 plus 3. So the first thing you do is that you do your 2 plus 3 will give you what? 2 plus 1 will give you what? 3. So you have your 5 times 3, which will give you 15. So your answer is the same, 15. Are you okay to that level? I hope you're coming along with me. Do you understand the second method very well? The first aspect of the second method, do you understand it very well? Okay. So I want to give you the second way. Under the second method. The second way. Now, this second way, what you need to do is, you still get the same answer you got in the first, in the second way under the second method. And the first way under the second method, you still get the same answer in the first way under the second method. But let me show you the second method. Multiply the 2 together. The 2 questions that have been given to you. Now I told you, this we have v here. Multiply the 2 that's been given to you. 11. And the sign, the symbol 4 will give you 55. How will we go about it? Now, you will discover that you multiply these 2 figures that have been given to you. So this our same symbol stand as multiplication. Now we say 11 times 4 multiply. We give you what? 44. So, sorry, this is supposed to be equal to, we give you 44. Now you have your 44 here. What the next thing you do? You add the first figure to the answer, you give you 55. So 44 plus 11 will give you 55. Do you get it? I'll go over it again. 11 4 equal 55. what do? You times it to 11 times 4. You give you what? 44. Add this 11 to the answer. The first figure, add it to the answer. Plus 11. You give you what? 55. Do you understand it to this level? Good. This is the second method of the working. Now, I have another example here, but I use the two methods to get the answer. And the two methods I use, the both of them, like I told you, two of them, I will say arrive at the same method. Whether I use the first method or the second method, I will arrive at the same answer. Now, I have 7, 2 equal 21. Using the first method, what did I tell you? Add 1 to this second figure. So you say 7 times, open your bracket, 2 plus 1, close your brackets. Then you say 7 times, what is 2 plus 1? Will give you what? 3. Then 7 times 3 will give you 21. That's what we have here. And if you want to use the second method I taught you, the second way I taught you under the second method, the second way is you times the figures together. We have 7 and 2. So you times it. These two figures, you times them. 7 times 2 will give you what? 14. So and I told you to add what? You add what? The first figure to your answer. So 14 plus 7 will give you what? 21. Can you now see that in the two methods that you used, I've gotten the same answer under the second method. If you want to use the first way or the second way, you can still get the same answer. Very, very simple. I'm sure you have gotten it even to this level where I've worked it up to. You can see that working with symbols and unknown is very, very simple. What you need to do is just pay close attention to it, look at it critically, and reason out the unknown figure that has been used. Like I said, it might be 1, it might be 2, it might even be 5, it might be 10. So you reason out the unknown figure that has been used, then you look for the symbol. What is the symbol that has been used? What is it standing for? Is it this sign? What is it standing for? Is it plus, minus, times, or division? You find out what the sign is standing for. The moment you get what the sign is standing for, you start your working and you get your correct answer. Other examples on symbols and the unknown. Look at what I have here. This is the symbol I have here. What is this symbol going to stand for? Out of all our symbols, what is that symbol going to stand for? What is the symbol going to stand for? Let's try and find out. Now we have the working. This is the question. 3, the arrow, 2 equal to 7. Then you begin to look at it. 3, arrow, 2, 7. How did they go about it? Now, you said, don't forget our unknown figure is still what? It's still 1. Our unknown figure is still what? It's still 1. Now, you said 3 times 2 equals 6. That means this our arrow is standing for what? Times. 3 times 4. 3 times 2 equals 6. Then you add your unknown, which is 1, give you 7. Do you understand now? Now, let's look at more workings. I will give you a lot of workings because I want you to really, really get it. We have been working around these symbols, these figures, these are our signs in mathematics. Now we have another arrow look facing this way. The last arrow we used was facing here. Now we have this arrow facing here. Now, what do we do here? Okay. Now, we still times our figures, the two figures that are here. We times them and we get our 12. But instead of adding plus 1 as our unknown, we subtract 1 here. So when the arrow is coming here, you subtract 1. When it's coming here, you add 1. Do you understand? So from your answer, just subtract 1. So you get your 12 as your answer. Then you subtract the unknown, which is 11. Do you understand it very well now? Good. Now, I have more symbols here. We have the asterisk symbol. Asterisk symbol. We have 4 and 5. If you look at 4 and 5 very well, you now say 4 and 5 is 20. 4 times 5 is 20. So how did they now get their 5? That means they have an unknown figure there. Now let's go. Our asterisk will stand as times, but there's an unknown figure which is also 5. Okay. So let's look for our unknown figure. Now we have asterisk 5. Now we say 4 times 5 will give us 20. Then add 5 to the answer. We get 4. 20 plus 5 give us 25. So our unknown figure is 5. Okay. Do you understand now? Alright, that asterisk is standing for what? Times. And then our unknown is 5. Okay. That's why they got the answer as 25. Do you understand? So when you look at the equation clearly, you quickly know. From this question, you can see that there's an unknown figure. For them to get 25, there's an unknown figure there. So it's now left for you to figure out what the unknown figure is. Now, we have another one that has this sign. We use this sign very well when we are writing our what? Who knows what this sign is? What does it stand for? What does it mean? What is it called? At. That's why if I want to write my email address, I'll say modupe.olainka@greenlandall.org. Or if I want to use my Gmail, my personal Gmail, I will still use @gmail.com. So this is the @ they use in that email addresses. Now that's the @ I've used here. So what is it standing for? Is a symbol now that we have used. What is it standing for? Which of those our mathematical signs is it standing for? Now we say 7 plus 8 will give us 15. Then there's an unknown 1 that is there. So when you say 7 plus, so that your A is standing for what? Plus. Good. Now you say 7 plus 8 will give us what? 15. But do you want to know what to do? You have to subtract 1, which is the unknown, from the answer, so you can get your 14. So you get your 15 minus 1 equal 14, and that is your answer. I'm sure with all my examples that I've given so far, you have been able to understand clearly how to work with symbols and the unknown. I've taken my time to bring out a lot of examples so that if anyhow you see the question, any symbol they want to use, you'll be able to identify the unknown figure that is there. Thank you for listening. Now let's come to evaluation page. I want to find out evaluation. I'm sure you by now should be able to discover the unknown figure. I'm sure now by now you should be able to work with unknown figure, and then I know by now that you have been able to study those samples that I gave you, and you have been able to answer them. So I want you to wait patiently for the class activity. I'll be sending it tomorrow, and by the time I send it, I want you to critically look at the question very well and find out the unknown figure in each of the questions and use this correct spelling symbol and get your answers correctly for me. Thank you so much for listening. In conclusion, working with symbols and unknown helps children to think critically. Helps you to think critically in order to solve any question, no matter what, any question at all, you'll be able to solve it. Most time you need to unravel the usage of the symbol used in order to solve the question. What does unravel mean? Look for the meaning. Look for what is the particular symbol that is used. What is the sign? Is it this @ sign? What is it for? Is it this one? What is it for? Is it this arrow? What is it for? Is it this arrow? What is it for? All the signs and symbols that have been used in the question, you'll be able to unravel it and find out the usage. Then you'll be able to solve the question. Thank you so much for listening. I'm sure you have really enjoyed the class. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.